It's Saturday. It's almost noon. Where the hell is Phil? Yeah, there you are. Hello. Hello. How's it going? I've been waiting. I missed last week. I was in North Carolina last week where there was like no internet. So, what up? What up? Lenny and Larry's dipped wafer bar, protein bar. So, yeah, last week there was no live. We were in North Carolina. And, well, we all know what happened in North Carolina last week. So, there's that. No internet, no, shit. Half my mom's town didn't have any power. She had power though, thankfully, but there was no internet, cell phone service, shit, I could hardly get a text message in and out. So, yeah, last week was, interesting to say the least. I see none of my moderators are here because we got all the YouTube trolls. It's so funny. They ask these questions like to try to be offensive, and what they fail to realize is their questions don't actually define me. It defines them, and it actually shows their level of lack of intellect. Fishing in the canal before the cold hits. Yeah, it was fucking 32 degrees here yesterday morning. What's up, Truckin' Reviews? How's it going? I'm in Minnesota right now. You're right. No one can change you. All the fake people and accounts. Did you guys know how many fucking fake accounts there are for me? On TikTok, there's like well over 35 of them. When you ask inappropriate questions, I don't answer them. If you're one of those people that cares what other people think, I'm not going to answer that either because that's not who I am. They hating. Yeah. They're trying to catch me trucking dirty. Yeah, in Nebraska. Wow. Thank you for the compliment. You're just relaxing at home for a few days and then back on the road. Where are you headed when you head out? My hair is like sopping wet. It's dripping on me. Which part of the world am I from? I currently live in Minnesota. I'm looking too comfortable with what do we? Oh, that was your Well, considering I live in my basement, you know, whatever. California or Illinois? Ugh, California sucks. Yes, I do drive truck. Which pierce? Oh, I guess you can only. Well, which piercing? The lip piercing? What do you want to know about it? What up? What up? It's so funny. Everybody's like, do this, do that, do this. What do I look like? You're fucking. What do you think you are? A marionette? Mm-mm. How many piercings do I have? I got these and this. Yeah. What do you want to know about the one on my lip? It's a piercing. It's no different than an ear piercing. It just happens to be in my lip instead of my ear. What's up, Brent? How's it going? We got all the inappropriate people in here wanting to ask inappropriate questions. You know, it's like I'm not. Where are you at that it's so windy? Good Saturday morning. Yeah. Saturday afternoon here. It's noon in Minnesota, don't you know? Yeah. Not being sensitive. It's like, well, why don't you tell me your medical history? Why don't you tell me your sexual health history? Like, why don't you tell me, you know, some of your personal pertinent information? Yeah. Go through a strap or two. Yeah. I know grown people ask well, you know why they ask inappropriate questions like that on social media like this is because, first of all, they don't have the balls to say it to somebody in their face because they're afraid they're going to get their teeth knocked out. Second of all, they literally are those people who will do this online, and then they're those people that will then turn around and message me and be like, I saw you over here. Well, why didn't you say hello? Oh, well, yeah. So they don't have the balls to actually speak to somebody in person, so they can sit behind a computer screen or a cell phone screen, and they can type out all kinds of stuff with their anonymous name, with their no videos and their no posts and their no pictures, because then nobody really knows who they are. So they got balls when they're anonymous, but they have no balls in real life. So it is what it is. It's fine. They don't have the balls to get on the internet and actually like engage with people like normal people and have normal conversations. So therefore they are inappropriate. They're socially awkward in general. And so then they bring that social awkwardness to social media. Because then they're not actually, there's no responsibility. Because I can call them out all day long, but nobody really knows who Anonymous Guy is or TW. Nobody knows who they are. There's no actual repercussions for their actions. That's the whole reason for it. It also stems from insecurity. North Florida. Same time zone as, no, I'm Central Time. How's life going? Yeah, life is life, you know? There's good and there's bad, there's ups and there's downs. And if you didn't have bad, you wouldn't appreciate the good. You know what I mean? Plus, if you didn't have bad, you wouldn't learn lessons. Yeah. So that's my theory on life. Oh, you subscribe. I'm in Minnesota. Minnesota, don't you know? Yeah, I was talking about you. I didn't know North Florida was in Central Time. I thought it was in Eastern Time. That's why you don't do social media. It's evil with no class at all. But your social media experience is solely based upon your perception. I just choose not to give a fuck about what those people think or what they say. Other people's opinions don't define me as who I am. They don't define my worth. They don't define my value. I know my worth. I know my value. I actually find it wildly entertaining to point out their lack of intellect, or their lack there of actually a life or social skills or happiness in general. Usually, see, successful, happy people don't talk shit about other people. Only unsuccessful, miserable people find fault and flaws in successful people. So, there's that. You're learning and growing. We all are learning and growing. I do not know Jay Masters, I don't believe. You're telling me that Northern Florida is Central Time and Eastern Time? I thought that changed in Indiana and everything below that was Eastern Time. Minnesota. The old landowners, paper mill. Oh, look at that. You learn something new every day, Brent. I'll be damned. I know half of Indiana is one time zone and half is the other. So, I don't know. I went out to North Carolina last weekend for the truck show, the Mayberry Truck Show. West of Pensacola is Central Time. Huh. Interesting. I had no idea. So, we went out to North Carolina last weekend for the truck show, the Mayberry Truck Show in Mount Airy, North Carolina. And we left Tallahassee's on Eastern Time. Huh. Okay. We left here. We left Minnesota Tuesday night, and we drove straight through to Hickory, North Carolina. And Wednesday night, because, well, I had the Mr. Unicorn with me, so we had to stop a lot because he's never taken a big long road trip. So anyways, Wednesday night, the show was good. There were still quite a few trucks there in spite of the hurricane. Nowhere near as many as last year, but again, as to be expected with the weather. We did hit some rain when we got into the gorge across I-40. That was before the gorge was washed out, of course. So we did make it across there, and then we came down Black Mountain on I-40, and it was literally a torrential downpour. I could only see like a foot, and we took Mr. Unicorn's pickup truck. I didn't take my truck. I could only see a foot in front of his truck. So I literally just followed the fog line for like 20 miles with the wipers on high, doing about 20 or 25 miles an hour because everybody was like slamming on brakes, and it was crazy. I was behind a log truck coming down the mountain for a minute, and he was doing about 15 fully loaded. So, that was definitely interesting. I had no idea that the hurricane was going to come that far inland because, as we all know, they normally skirt up the coast. They don't actually come, straight onto land and create such devastation. But I did make it to Mom's house safely by Wednesday night, and then Thursday it just fucking rained all day. And then Friday it was windy as fuck, and when we went to the gym on Friday there was probably a dozen trees down in Hickory covering roads and shit like that. Mom had power the whole time, thankfully. Who's what are you asking me, Brent? Oh, I have no idea who that is. It's just a troll. So anyways, Friday, with all the wind and everything, all these trees came down, and Mom didn't have any internet. She had power, thankfully, but she had no internet. So we just, dealt with that. I look strong. Far from strong. Far from strong. So I'm wondering where Phil is. Phil's usually in here. He's got smoke coming off his thumbs from moderating. It's like he's abandoned me today. So yeah, we were not able to do a live last week because, well, the majority of North Carolina didn't have power. We were up in Mount Airy, and the gas station didn't have power. They couldn't really sell anything. They could only sell stuff if you were paying with cash, and they weren't selling like tobacco, they weren't selling alcohol, they weren't selling fuel. Yeah. I think Mom was without power or without internet for like 4 days. Scooting my chair closer. Phil went to see some cat pictures. Doubtful. No, we definitely didn't get hurt, thankfully. We had planned in coming out I-40 through the gorge because Mr. Unicorn's never seen Tennessee or Kentucky or any of that stuff. So we wanted to go that route because it's a beautiful ride coming through the gorge. And then we were planning on coming back north up 77 through Fancy Gap, just so he could see Virginia, West Virginia, all the states that, so we kind of made a loop so we could see multiple states. So it was a good road trip. There was, reminds you of winter storms. I'm glad that we didn't hit too much weather. I mean, it could have been much worse. It is beautiful country, absolutely beautiful country. He'd never been to Tennessee or Kentucky, and he'd never been Virginia, West Virginia. He's never been to Ohio, Indiana, none of those states, North Carolina. So it was quite an experience for him. Never been to a truck show either, so it was overall a good trip. There was just, some chaos in it because, I mean, how can you have a road trip without having some chaos? How can you have a road trip without having, a Walmart truck fucking flip over and spill their load on the highway. Well, it's about fucking time, Phil. Jiminy Christmas. All the places you don't want to drive truck. Why? Wave to Phil. Nerd. Thank you for the compliment. Not much, Phil, not much. It's about damn time you showed up. I had so many trolls here in the beginning and you weren't here. Where's Robocorn? Where do you think Robocorn is? He's at home with the girls. What's my favorite color? Probably pink. Unicorn colors. You can see me, but you can't hear me. How about turn the volume up? You like my collar? Thank you. It's loud there. Oh, well, and then it's not me, it's you. It's definitely not me, it's you. So, we're just gonna leave it at that, Phil. I get to meet the girls this weekend, Phil. Apparently, they want to meet yours truly. So if you disappear, you're driving. Great, great, great. Noted. Good morning. So, yeah, it's a pretty mellow day. We did get a new candle when we were at Mom's. It's called I Love Christmas. Loud and clean. He's at the truck wash. Yep, I got a I Love Christmas candle. We got an espresso latte candle. Mom made that one specifically for Phil. The I Love Christmas, oh my god, it smells so good. It's pine, clove, allspice, and raspberry. It's very Christmas scented. I love Christmas. I love Christmas smells like the cinnamon and I don't know. It's I don't like the pumpkin smells. I like the Christmas smells, which are totally different. Oh, you were being funny saying car wash. Ha 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 ha. Cabby, I get it now. Yeah. I got this one too. It's a s'mores candle. It says, I want s'mores. This one's really good. It smells like s'mores. It's got a little cinnamon to it, you know. Halloween is near. It is near. It is. If you're a Halloween person, it is. I prefer Christmas. To me, Christmas is a state of mind. It is not about gifts. It's not about anything like that. It's about lights and decorations and time with friends and family and the people that you care the most about. So that's why I love Christmas so much. Oh yeah, and we of course have the unicorn farts scent. These are some wax melts that my mom makes. You know, you put them in the little container that sits on the warmer. It smells really good. So, yeah. Love. Christmas is about love. Oh my God, Fast One's here. Thank God I got another moderator. Phil said something about being in the truck wash and he's gonna have to leave. So, now that my moderators are here, all the trolls are gone, of course. That's how that works. So yeah, that's Mom's new thing is, no, they don't smell like farts. The unicorn farts is actually a stargazer lily scent. So stargazer lilies are my favorite flowers, and because she made it, she made a stargazer scent. She called it unicorn farts because it's my favorite smell. So it's white jasmine, rose, spice, and musk. Just gotta clean up after all the glittery fruit cakes he has. Oh my god. You two, between Phil and Fast One, the trash talk is real. Yeah. Well, you haven't said anything inappropriate yet, so therefore you're not a troll. I don't believe. So, but anyways, if anybody wants candles, you know, the mom is the one that makes them. So, do I do long distance? I used to be over the road, yes. Fucking fast. I don't even know if Phil's still here. Yeah, I was over the road for 5 years. I recently started working local. Parked my truck because the rates are just ridiculous right now. When I was running my truck to pay for fuel and to pay for repairs and, you know, my just not being able, running the truck and not being able to put any extra money into savings consistently like I like to, I decided that it wasn't worth it anymore. Phil's busy with the truck right now. I don't know, he's either driving or waiting for them to finish his truck wash or whatever. I don't know. So I decided to not drive the truck when I'm not able to put money into savings from what I'm making. It just doesn't make any sense. Plus, as you all know, I do competitions and I want to compete again. And in order for me to get back on stage and compete, then I need to be in the gym every day. And in order for me to be in the gym every day, I need to be home, because for 5 years I have tried to create some level of consistency in the gym, and it works great for a week or 2 or 3, and then all of a sudden it's like gone because, of course, you know, something happens and you can't get to the gym, or you've got to run all night, or, you know, whatever it is. Uber's sucking at the moment too for the rates. Huh. I don't know. Driving local is better paying for me right now. I'm not saying it's going to be that way forever. I'm not saying that I'm not, you know, going to put my truck back on the road. I'm just saying for right now, you know. So, I do. I love competing. I love being in the gym. Yeah, you're right, Fast One. Being in the gym is, I had some bad things happen to me in my life. Really bad things. We're not going to talk about them. And going to the gym is what helped me get through those. Going to the gym is, it's like my sanctuary. It's where I can clear my mind and I can get back to knowing, for lack of better words, knowing who I am. It is my place of peace and quiet, where I have solitude and a clear mind. So I've tried to maintain that while I was out on the road, and like I said, I did have some consistency. You know, there would be weeks where I was able to do what I needed to do, and then there's, you know, weeks and sometimes months where it's just nonstop and there's no time for that. So it's, right now it's where I need to be and it's what I need to do. Is what while I drive truck? Is that why you drive truck? What do you mean, is that why I drive truck? The being on the road was peaceful for me. I like being alone. I don't have a problem driving 10 hours not listening to the radio and be completely comfortable in my head and with my thoughts. I have no problems with that. But the serotonin boost that comes from being in the gym is definitely something that I was missing. Yeah, being on the road, there is solitude and there is peace. Again, it's all in how you choose to think. So I did a lot of thinking on the road, which I do in the gym too. So it kind of was like it was a filler for the not going to the gym type thing. And at the same time, it wasn't filling that space enough. So in the beginning, yes, it was great, it was wonderful. And then when the rate started dropping and things started getting a little bit more hectic, like you started to have to run harder in order to, get there, it started to lose that sanctuary, peaceful feel that I had. So combined with not making any progress towards the savings, not making any more progress towards upgrading the truck, and not having consistency in the gym so that I could make progress towards competing again, I decided it was time to reevaluate my path, my goal, the route I was on, and decided to, as your GPS would say, reroute, That's just kind of what you got to do in life, You can't always stay on the same path, especially if you're not making progress. So I did a lot of thought towards that, and then made a decision, and I don't regret the decision that I made, Fast one's fast on the comebacks and the shit talk, and that's for sure. My hair is still wet and it's drying and it's gonna start getting fluffy and frizzy. You see this? Fluffy. Yes, my hair gets fluffy. It's so fluffy. I have perfect 80s hair. I do. I have perfect 80s hair. Too bad it's not the 80s anymore, huh? My hair's fire. Oh, you see those insightful wisdom posts about things I think about, I see. I do. I do not have a psychology degree. I have a psychology background, but I do not have a degree. Fast one. I was born in 1978. Don't tell me I'm not from the 80s. Hey, by the way, did you guys know that iHeartRadio has a station called Gen X Radio? Holy fuck. I just found that out. Get the wisdom from fortune cookies. Shut up. No, I think a lot about like where my life is and what's happening. And then I look at all of the possible perspectives of that, and then I contemplate those different perspectives, and then I come to a conclusion, or I come to a thought process, or that's how I make my decisions. I don't just iHeartRadio Gen X, yeah. Yeah, dude, it's everything from like boy bands to fucking hair rock to hip hop. Like, it's crazy, 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 crazy. You're 1985, baby. I was born in 78. So I'm actually 46. I just turned 46 on the 16th of September. So my children are 29, 25, and 20. So yeah, my kids are all in their 20s now. They are definitely old enough to make me a grandmother. Thank God I'm not. Because in my world, being a grandma is not an achievement. Some people are like, oh, I can't wait to be a grandma. No, no. I do not find that as like a defining life goal. You feel old and you're 26? I had 3 kids at 26. You need great tunes. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. At 26 is young. Fuck. I didn't have my life figured out at 26. Not even close. I was literally just like living one day at a time. I had no real direction and no real path that I was headed down at 26 years old. I was kind of floundering, lost at sea, you know. I actually didn't really understand any of that stuff until I was probably in my late 30s. We all progress in life at different rates, and unfortunately, mine didn't start happening until my late 30s, you know. Your oldest is 13. Yeah, my whole life have been like, holy fuck, I never want to be a grandma. And so, call me crazy, but thankfully none of my kids want to have kids. My oldest does not want to have kids. My middle son, it definitely does not want to have kids. And my youngest son, recently has said that, he does not like kids. And I'm like, I love you all. You're my favorite. If anybody's gonna fuck up and make me a grandma, it's probably gonna be Schmeggly Corn. I actually did not become a massage therapist till I was 29. So you were wrong, fast one. Your first truck was a 78 International? Thank you for the compliment. He wants a sport bike. Sport bikes are pretty much like death wishes, because as a male, as a man, because I'm not like this, so that's why I say as a man. As a man, you cannot have that much power and not use it. You know. No, you're wrong, fast one. Never owned a Firebird or a Camaro. My first vehicle I bought was a Jeep Wrangler. Traded that in for a soccer mom grocery getter Hyundai Elantra. Traded that in on a Toyota Tundra, and then traded that in on a Mini Cooper. Traded that in on a semi, and now I have another Mini Cooper. So, yeah. Yeah. Sport bike equals crotch rocket. Oh, I know. I'll believe I know. And I'm telling you, young men, even older men, men in general, in my theory, not all men, but cannot have that much horsepower and not feel the need to use it. No, I am not a Harley Davidson girl. My man has 2 Harleys, but I'm a passenger princess when it comes to that shit. Grand Cherokee. Your first car was a 68 HK Kingswood. Yeah, so that's where we're at. You know, we never had a sports car. I mean, I guess my Mini Cooper is kind of considered a sports car, but I don't think it is. Granted, it's a 2-door, but it's not the sport car. I'm his girl, which equals being a Harley girl. Don't fight it. Right. Yes, I'm a mom. My sons are 29, 25 and 20. But there's no wind in the basement, yo. There's no wind in the basement. And Gixxers, of course. Chevy Nova. Hey, that was a good car back in the day. I never had a muscle car. I never had a sport car. Like I said, my first vehicle was a Jeep Wrangler. It was a 1990 Jeep Wrangler. So, with soft top, obviously. Actually, when I bought it, it didn't even have a top. I was in Arizona. Who the fuck needs a top in the winter in Arizona? On their Jeep, I mean, a top on their Jeep. Yeah, it had a big old lift kit on it and big old fat tires. Yep. Your dad told stories about Novas? So, yeah. And now I have a 2003 379 Peterbilt and a 2008 Mini Cooper. Couldn't be more opposite ends of the spectrum if I tried, right? I keep hoping a tree will fall on my fucking Mini Cooper. Not really. I'm joking when I say there's a big giant tree in my backyard. And I'm like, well, if that thing ever fell, it would definitely take out my Mini Cooper. I am not terrified to climb on the motor of my truck. I've done it many, many times. I just hate getting on the roof of my truck. The roof of my truck is where I freak out because that is a much further fall to the ground. So, yeah. My tattoo artist lives in Farmington, New Mexico. So that's who's done all my work. You're right, I can climb up, but getting down is scary. That is for sure. Climbing up on the motor and then up on the roof is scary, but it's not as scary as coming down. Yeah. That is a fact. I'm not even going to lie about that. I'm not even going to pretend like that's not true. So, I've been getting tattoos like my whole fucking life. Since before I was 18. Whatever, fast one. When I was hauling equipment, I hated those boom lifts. I hated them. Absolutely hated them. They scared the fuck out of me. I don't like them at all. I don't like scissor lifts. I don't like boom lifts. No, thank you. No, thank you. Zero desire for that. Now I don't have to do that kind of stuff, so that's okay too. Makes me happy. We do have to go to the gym this afternoon though. So we got our gym clothes on. We're gonna finish our live and then we're gonna go to the gymnasium. And then I get to meet Mr. Unicorn's kids. Apparently they want to meet me. Yay. It's always interesting when you meet your partner's children. No, I'm not getting in the electric company's bucket. No way. Thank you for the compliments on my tattoos. I don't have a job that involves heights for a reason. I'm not afraid of heights. I'm afraid of the fall. I'm not afraid of flying. I'm afraid of the plane crashing. You see how that works? Yeah. Those are the things that I'm afraid of. You're not hog tying me at all. I'm not doing it, fast one. You can't make me. First of all. Second of all, I'm in Minnesota. You never come here, so it's fine. Fuck that, dude. Moving those boom lifts when you're up in the air is just scary as hell. Quiet, because you gotta drive. Oh. Will you be careful driving? You shouldn't be texting and driving. Thanks, Brent. Fast one. You can try as you might to come to Minnesota, but we both know you'll never find me because I am the elusive unicorn. Nice try, though. Off season. Yep. It's weird being at home. Texting and then driving. Oh, you text and then you drive, and then you text and then you drive. Is that how that works? You just pull over on the side of the road and send a text and then start driving? I don't have my Snapchat locations on. I do not need to take a nap. I got too much shit to do to have a nap today. I need my hair to dry. It's just getting fluffier and fluffier and fluffier. You'll pay. My kids will not turn me in. That's where you're wrong. You like my hair. Thank you. Stay dry and warm. Yeah. Yeah, it's like in the 30s in the fucking mornings. It's absolutely stupid. It's like we went from summer to fucking winter. Period. There was no fall. And old Mr. Unicorn's super excited because he just bought a new snowmobile. So he's like, I can't wait to go snowmobiling. Yeah. Where's my straightener? It's in my bag. It's just I gotta wait for my hair to dry before I can straighten it. Yeah. Oh, somebody said they hate me. I love it. I love it when people don't like me. That's fucking awesome. Yeah. It's like the beginning of October and it's already fucking winter cold, you know, so I feel like it's gonna be a bad winter. Although he has started to get me winter riding gear because he even got me like a passenger seat for the snowmobile that has a heater on it and a hand warmer and all that stuff. So he's optimistic that I'm going to love snowmobiling and being outside in the cold. I don't know, we'll see. You're not missing anything. There's a lot of snow in the winter, you know. So we'll see. You guys will all find out after I do my first snowmobile ride how I liked it. I don't foresee myself liking it because I don't particularly care to be that cold, but he's very optimistic about it. So, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I like riding the motorcycles, but it's always really nice out when you're on the bike, you know? We don't talk politics. Because you can't please everybody all of the time. And it doesn't matter how you say it or how you try to go about it, that somebody's going to be upset. You're going to pay him to fucking throw me in deep snow. Do y'all know that I have lived in Minnesota since 2011? I've never built a snowman. I've never made a snow angel. I've never been sledding. I've never been snowmobiling. Yeah. 100%. I don't do outdoorsy cold stuff. That's not my, that is not anything that sounds enjoyable. So, I mean, what sounds enjoyable to me is sitting inside with a cup of hot cocoa while everybody else goes out and enjoys the cold. That sounds enjoyable. I would rather stay in the house and fucking cook and clean than be out in the cold. Because what y'all don't know is yours truly is quite the Susie homemaker. Makes you feel like a kid again. Well, you know, I suppose if you had an enjoyable childhood, then that would be something that would make sense. Good morning. Well, it's afternoon here, but yes. Do you want to build a snowman? I've never even seen the movie, but everybody knows the song. And well, with Mr. Unicorn having younger children, I have a feeling that that is going to be something in my future. So all of my kids were fucking pretty much grown, close to grown, or almost grown when we moved up here. So that was not something that, you know, I was forced into doing. So we'll see. We will see. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go snowmobiling. I told him I would go. I would give it a shot. So we'll see what happens. It might be enjoyable, and it might be miserably cold. We don't know yet. So, all things in time. All things in time. I'm not ruling it out, but I'm not as optimistic as he is. Y'all be laughing. I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. It depends on how much snow we even get this year. I mean, I've been seeing a bunch of those woolly bear caterpillars. And they say if they have more black rings than they have brown rings, that it's gonna be a bad winter. That's an old wives' tale. But right now it is, they're everywhere because they hibernate for the winter. So they're all searching out hibernation. So oh, well, I'm laughing at the irony of it, you know, I'm just saying. The fact that I didn't know that it was October and not February because my brain was frozen. Yeah. And I'll be driving up here this winter. That shall be interesting. With y'all's truly no snow driving experience. I keep telling him I just need to be a kept woman in the winter, and I'll work spring, summer, and fall, and then I'll just not work in the winter, you know, like from when it snows to when it stops snowing. But I don't foresee that happening either. Black ice on the road. I've heard about it. I hit it once. I used to do massage at these private poker games, and I was coming home one night from one of those, and I was on like a side street by my house, and there was a car in front of me, and I saw that car like spin around and bounce off the curb, and so I slowed down because I was confused as to what was going on. It was literally like the first year I lived here, and then I hit that spot and I spun around and bounced off the curb. Thankfully, I didn't hit another car or anything, so yeah. It's not anything that I have any experience with. I have always avoided driving when it's snowy or icy. So it shall be an interesting winter. If all of a sudden there are no more videos and no more lives of the unicorn, I think it would be safe to say you are aware of what happened. I did. I freaked out. You are absolutely right. I don't watch the Kardashians, so I have no idea your point of reference, Fast One, but I did freak out, I will say that. I have had plenty of people expect inappropriate things during massage. I have had plenty of inappropriate propositions. And I have one time had somebody cross the line with me. It created a traumatic situation. We're not going to go into details about what happened. We're just going to say something very bad happened to me. So, yes. I went through a lot of therapy after that situation, and I put a lot of boundaries and limitations and safeguards into place because I was working somewhere when it happened, and it just happened to be me and the client that was there, so we don't put ourselves in those situations anymore, if you know what I mean. So you live and you learn and you take the appropriate steps in order to prevent such things from happening again. And you start listening to your gut instincts, and you do not dismiss the red flags. You do not make excuses for them. That is how you handle that. And you grow from it, and you become a better version of yourself. And you live your life in a better way. So that's how you deal with that. That's how you deal with traumatic, inappropriate situations. You can be a victim or you can be a victor. I chose to not be a victim. While it happened and it sucked and it was traumatic and it fucked with my head, I chose to see it as a lesson. So that's how you deal with that. It's all in your mindset. No? This is why we don't talk about those things, because then it gets very somber. And everybody's like, whoa, I don't know what to say. Wow, that's crazy. I wouldn't say I got through it safely. I just learned how to be a better version of myself. I learned how to be more aware. No, it's fine. You can bring it up all you want. Like, I don't have shit to hide. I will tell people whatever, like, I'm not hiding shit. It's just when I have those conversations and I tell people those things, all of a sudden everybody's like, whoa. Because because it can be very sombering, and it can be very, it can be triggering for some people even. It's all in how you view it. But it took years and years and years of work. So it's part of what made me who I am. So I can't hate it. It sucks it happened, but it has made me a stronger person. And I like who I am. So therefore, I cannot hate the things that have made me who I am and brought me to where I'm at today. That's called life. It's not always going to be good. It's not always going to be enjoyable. So, yeah, there's that. Let's change the topic to something a little more cheerful. Because again, we all hear stuff. We always hear stuff, but we never, not very often do we actually know somebody who has experienced some of those things. You know what I mean? Grandpa always drank Coors, yes. When I was a kid, he drank Coors Light, and when he got older, he drank Coors Original. So, yeah, that was always his beer of choice. I mean, he would drink whatever beer anybody would give him. When we were at the truck show a couple years ago, he drank any beer that was handed to him, so. Yeah, there's not too many trolls now. There were when I first got on, Fast, when you weren't even here. So I don't want to hear it. Maybe it's not made in North Miami, but it's definitely sold in North Miami. Just saying. You drove a Coors truck for 21 years? Grandpa would have loved that. Go put on your glasses. I don't have any contacts. That's why I'm like, what's that say? My glasses are upstairs. Gucci in Russia is made in. I don't know. I don't know nothing about those fashion brands. I'm not a fashionista. Your girlfriend dumped you for a Pepsi driver? Well, that sucks. Maybe she just had bad taste. Just saying. Pepsi's not that great. Pepsi took the win again. Well, you know, I mean, at least she didn't, like, dump you for a Bush driver. Bootleg cola and Pepsi? What do you mean bootleg cola and Pepsi? I don't think cola and Pepsi are bootlegged. It's not like it's moonshine. For future adventures, if you win the lottery and have trucks to damage. You want me to train you how to drive if I have a truck to damage? Right. I'll see you next time. Take care. I only own one truck and I have no desire to damage it. But, noted. That I don't know. I don't know anything about that because I did not pay attention to that stuff. There is bootleg Pepsi and well, I'll be damned. Cases of damaged coolers for $3 a case. Grandpa would have been in hog heaven. He would have been in hog heaven. I remember as a kid, he would go to Costco and he would buy cases of Coors, and there was always like a 3 or 4 foot tall stack of fucking cases of Coors at the house in his shed in California. Bootleg, it's the world's 11th best-selling liquid. Learn something new every day. Hello, thank you for the compliment on my tattoos. You guys are funny with your comments, I'll tell you what. Yeah. So, not much going on here. Now we're back home and we're safe. We are moving, you guys. I will be moving. Flexitron, Mr. Unicorn, Robocorn, I am moving out there. I am moving in with him. You're right. Fast one, you're right. Which means he will be on my lives more frequently. Fast one, did you miss what happened over my birthday weekend? Yeah, I'll be moving further north where it's colder and it snows more. The things we do for the ones we love. No, I'm moving in with Mr. Unicorn. Yeah, did you see the post about what in the horse-drawn carriage? Okay. Then you know what happened. Yeah. Took me out to dinner for my birthday. You know. Yeah. It was a good time. So, I'm driving you nuts. Yeah, well, deal with it. Because my vanity keeps me from putting my glasses on. Just so you know. By the way, fast one, you missed it. Oh, Mom made me a new candle. It's called I Love Christmas. No. Bausch & Lomb contact lenses are the best. I actually just can't see up close. I had LASIK done for my distance vision, so I can see far away just fine. I just can't see up close. I need to wear glasses now because I'm old. So, yeah. So Mom made me a new candle. It's called I Love Christmas. And she made a espresso latte candle. I said I love Christmas. And she made me unicorn farts. And she made I want s'mores. It's a s'mores candle. So Mom's new thing is making candles. And she makes bracelets. mom makes, you guys, like, you don't even realize, my mom makes all kinds of shit. Where am I from? I live in Minnesota. My mom makes these. She buys the fucking crystal beads and they all mean something different and she makes them. Although I'm not gonna lie, I really like the pink ones. So, no, I don't have one on my ankle. My mom makes them. That's where I get them from. And then she gave me this big old slab of selenite or something. I don't know. It's supposed to help recharge your crystals. Yeah, I'm from my mom. So she makes me all kinds of different ones. One's for protection and one's for like communication and yeah. You'd have to contact my mom because she's the one that makes them. You can find her on TikTok. I think that's the only social media that she has. And it's truckinunicorn_mom. Baltic Sea Amber. No, I don't know anything about it. My mom might. I don't. So, I am just the receiver of the gifts. What colors are there? There are all kinds of colors. Different crystals represent different things. And they have different colors for, you know, they have like white selenite and peach selenite and yeah. Whatever, yeah. You can contact my mom. Truckin, no G, truckinunicorn_mom. She makes candles too. Look at that. This one's good. I love Christmas. It smells very Christmassy. 60 million year stones. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Feel like you're listening to a 19-year-old unicorn? Just call my mom. Just call my mom. My mom looks young too. Well, she'll appreciate that you said that about her. Hey, check this out. Because I know people. Ugh. So, I know people. I will let her know. I got some mud flap weights. What does that say? Oh, GFYM. Go fuck your mom. Custom mud flap weights. I know you guys are jelly. I got the GFYM custom mud flap weights. The only pair in existence. No, GFYM is an acronym for Go Fuck Your Mom. Iron Mike Sharp. He is a friend of mine, and that is how I acquired them. Whatever. They don't belong on a freight shaker anyways, fast one. It doesn't have a Turkish Y. It's an acronym. It doesn't have that thing on the top of the Y. Whatever. Yeah, your freight shaker is too elite for GFYM, huh? Sure. How's the trucking business? I don't know. I parked my truck right now. Because the rates are garbage for over the road. And because I'm going to do another competition. Iron Mike can take that to the bank. Lord. We're not getting on that. We're not getting on that at all. Yeah, the rates have been horrible as fuck all year. I agree. I already told you how to get the crystals. You got to contact my mom. The rates have been terrible, and this last year has just been run harder, make less money, and that's not the environment that I enjoy trucking in. I enjoy trucking very much, but not at the cost of my sanity and my livelihood and my health and all of that. Because I don't sell them. Those are my personal, and I'm not selling them. You can buy them from my mom. Too many fruitcakes. No, he was on earlier. He was getting a truck wash, and then he had to go back trucking. So, yeah. He's out driving, working. Trucking rates have really screwed a lot of... Yeah, I agree. It might get better. It always gets bad, and then it gets good, and then it gets bad, and then it gets good. But right now, my focus is competing again. So that's just what we're going to do. We're going to stick to that. No, fast one. First of all, Phil hardly ever sleeps, so, there's that. Yeah, $1.10. I know. I was hauling steel flatbed, and I was making over to a mile, but I don't particularly care to drive 700 miles a day. That's just me. Maybe I'm lazy. I don't really care. But it's my truck, and I run it my way, and that's not how I want to live. So right now we are focused on competing again. So that's where we're at right now. We are not focusing on trucking right now. We are focusing on competing again because I have put that goal off for 5 years. So I have a 2003 379 Peterbilt with a 99.6 NZ cat motor. I don't know how to drive a Mercedes. My car's a Mini Cooper. My semi-truck is a Peterbilt. Truck driver. Yeah, I'm a truck driver. I'm just not trucking right now. I am working on other goals that I have right now. What are my other goals? Well, I'm going to compete. I'm going to do another bodybuilding competition. So I'm training for that right now. And that's my sole focus right now. As far as that, I'm also basically with the truck parked, I don't have to pay for any repairs or anything, so I can also focus on doing some upgrades on my truck. And the bonus to deciding to compete and parking my truck to do some upgrades on it means I get to spend more time with Mr. Unicorn. So, what division? My last show was bikini, and then I became a truck driver for 5 years, so I did lose some of my muscle mass in my legs. I wanted to do a wellness or figure division, but since I've lost some size in my legs, unless we really kick some ass and put some more muscle back on my legs, I'll probably do another bikini show. But I would really, 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 really like to do wellness or figure. So that's the plan. We are looking somewhere between probably early summer or fall for my next show. That's what we're looking at based upon where I'm at and the level I want to be at when I compete. You're a truck driver in Europe. Nice. How do you get... It's called going to the gym. Go to the gym and eat. And go to the gym and eat. And go to the gym and eat. You're right, I am being stubborn and not getting my glasses. So, yeah, the closer I get, the more I have to squint. So if I sit back, I can see clearly. Well, it's afternoon here, but yep. Oh, I don't understand the question after eating. What do I do? What are you talking about? So I put down probably 2,200 calories a day. Yeah. He's upstairs. Chrome! Pupper dogs! He's upstairs. Yes, go to the gym and eat. Go to the gym and eat. That's what I do. So, yeah. Just train and eat and train and eat and train and eat. So, with consistency and hard work, I can get there. Because I didn't actually lose too much of my actual size. It was more in my legs that I really lost the amount of muscle and definition that I used to have. At least that's my perception of it. I am not my coach, so his perception is different. What are my plans for the rest of today? I'm going to go to the gym. And then I'm going to be a responsible grown-up and I'm going to do my household chores. Like, wash the sheets and wash laundry and clean and all of the stuff that we hate doing as grown-ups. Yeah. With great power comes great responsibility. Oh, fast one. Yeah. What time is it? It's 1:30 here. So my mom lives in North Carolina, so she's certainly not grounding me. Thankfully, not anymore. I'm all grown up now. As far away from America as one can get. Well, it's a matter of perception, perspective. Not everybody would even want to be here. Some people don't even like America. So there's that. My mom does not do that. My mom does not punish me no more. I'm all grown up. She doesn't do that anymore. So, I know I need to get cleaning. Because I gotta go meet the girls this weekend. So, that'll be interesting. I gotta take Chrome because they want to meet Chrome too, so Chrome will get to have some new friends to play with. Mom tells everybody I used to be a real hooligan when I was a teenager. I was a pain in the ass. I was. So, anyways, we should get off here. We have to go to the gym. We have to do something with this fluff of hair. And we have sponsorabilities that we have to take care of, you know. So, what's up, Red Truck? We were actually just getting ready to get off of our live. We got sponsorabilities to take care of. So I will, let's see, next weekend I will be with Mr. Unicorn. So if we can plan our gym session accordingly, I can actually be live. So fingers crossed that it'll happen next weekend. Y'all get to hang out with Mr. Unicorn as well. We got some work to do on my car, so we may very well just be in the garage working on the car. Car needs a new CV axle, and I need to replace my coolant reservoir. So fairly simple, not a big deal. Anyways, everybody have a great weekend. Thanks for hanging out. And I will see you guys next weekend.